All right, new troubling video showing a man attacking his girlfriend in New York City. And what's even more troubling is that man was charged and released because of the state's new lax bail laws.
And on Long Island, the sheriff in Suffolk County says about 300 inmates have been released under the new law.
That's right. Congressman Lee Zeldin represents much of Long Island, and he joins us now. So what's going on here?
You're seeing this all across the state over the course of the last few weeks. That example in Suffolk, that doesn't mention the dozens of gang members. Remember President Trump coming to Long Island to tackle MS-13? Yep. This focus from the President of the United States on down to the local law enforcement. They've had this great crackdown over the course of the last few years against MS-13. They all get released. We had a fatal DWI hit and run that just happened near my house, where that person had 6 felony convictions, 6 misdemeanor convictions, 6 failures to appear. The person had, he's just been released. And then they end up getting released. The DA in Suffolk isn't able to not only put cash bail on him, but they request an ankle monitor, and a judge said that they couldn't even do the ankle monitor. And then you had another failure to appear that happened just after that.
Are people angry, though? I mean, are the community
outraged. Yeah, I mean, you see 2 burglaries that were high profile that happened here in New York City, where someone leaves under the cashless bail and then commits other burglaries. It's not just happening once, it's happening multiple times. And you remember Hanukkah 2019, we had all these violent anti-Semitic assaults that took place around town. Now, Tiffany Harris was someone who was released, then went out and committed another violent anti-Semitic attack, released again, and then arrested again. And then Mayor de Blasio has to intervene because he was concerned that this was going to be bad PR for his.
It's bad politics for him. That's the only reason he intervened. Here's some of the crimes that no longer require bail in New York: criminal negligent homicide, second-degree manslaughter, third-degree assault, burglary. I can't even say
Burglaries.
it. Burglary. But think about something like stalking. So someone's stalking you, they get arrested, out on bail, without bail the next day. The consequences of this are wide and far.
Yeah, so we are seeing, instead of the handcuffing of criminals, they're taking the handcuffs off, and they're essentially handcuffing Lady Justice. And while this is going on, and you were talking about earlier in the show with regards to the ICE detainers, you had a 92-year-old woman who ends up getting sexually assaulted and killed by an illegal immigrant. So the sanctuary city policies of New York City, combined with, so they're not honoring the ICE detainers, combined with this new cashless bail system, you're seeing things go in the wrong direction. And what we won't talk about while that happens, they just started giving driver's license to illegal immigrants. Now they're passing a new law for automatic voter registration. So the illegal immigrant is going to go in the DMV, they're going to get a driver's license, and then the process is set up in which they are going to be automatically registered to vote. And then, the Democrats and Cuomo, they'll claim that's not the case. But the process is set up where you will absolutely have illegal immigrants end up getting registered to vote and actually voting.
You're on Capitol Hill. We only have 10 seconds. Your take on where impeachment is right now?
Well, I think we know how this is going to end. I mean, what you have is basically the biggest sore loser temper tantrum we've ever seen in the history of our country. That started in November 2016 when they were crying and they were walking out screaming at the sky, and they needed, coloring books and comfort puppies. And you remember when during that campaign they were asking Republicans, the president, Republican congressional candidates, will you accept the results of the election? Will you accept the results of the election? It turns out the reason why they were asking us this question, I guess they had no intention on accepting the results of the election.
You're a good politician. I gave you 10. You took 30. Well done.
All right, thank you.